like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3.
Messi in the box. Shoots!
This is the Inter Miami pregame show, live from the ESPN West Palm studios. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Not in the West Palm studios, but at the LA Coliseum. You know, they say there are stars in LA. Well, folks, I got news. There's no bigger star in this city tonight than Lionel Messi. The Coliseum is where this one is going to be played, and they said it was to maximize attendance for the high-profile matchup between Lionel Messi and Heung-min Son. Listen, I'm a big fan of Heung-min Son, okay? But everyone in that building tonight is there to see the great one, Lionel Messi. But, folks, welcome on in. Game 1, match week 1. Inter Miami in LA facing off against LAFC. Don't fret. Lionel Messi is in that lineup tonight. Obviously, we all saw the injury news, Lionel Messi, and what was going on there. A muscle strain that he suffered versus Barcelona, and not the Barcelona you're thinking of, the Barcelona on the Ecuadorian side, the Ecuadorian Barcelona and the South American preseason tour that our Inter Miami Herons went on. Messi got injured in that third game against Barcelona with what was a muscle strain to his left hamstring, but he is in the starting 11 tonight. The champs are back in LA, and I got starting lineups on both sides tonight. Now, our Inter Miami Herons are going to be going with a 4-2-3-1. A 4-2-3-1. Inter Miami throughout the preseason against Alonzia, they ran a 4-4-2. Against Atletico Nacional, they ran a 4-3-3. And then against Barcelona, a 4-3-3. But Gaffer, Javier Mascherano going with a 4-2-3-1 coming up tonight. As far as LAFC, they're going to go with a 4-3-3 with their new manager, Mark Dos Santos. More on that later. But lineups are out, and let's get it going with Inter Miami. Ian Frey going to be playing left back tonight. Maxi Falcone, center back. Mikael, the newest transfer, the newest center back from Brazil, is playing opposite of Maxi Falcone at center back, and then Noah Allen. So Ian Frey on the right, Maxi Falcone, your right center back, Mikael, your left center back, and Noah Allen playing left back. The two DMs, I'm calling them defensive midfielders until the foreseeable future. Rodrigo De Paul and Yannick Bright. Obviously, no Sergio Busquets, no Jordi Alba this year. Those two hung up the boots after the big championship. So it looks like Coach Mascherano is going to go with two central defenders tonight, and Rodrigo De Paul and Yannick Bright. The three midfielders from right to left, Matteo Silvetti off the right, Lionel Messi in the middle, and Talasco Segovia coming off of the left. And then the newest transfer, the one that I am especially excited for, Germán Berterame, the Mexican, coming on over from Liga MX, a transfer fee record in the MLS, $15 million. Germán Berterame coming on over from the Liga MX. I am excited for this, folks. I personally think Berterame could possibly be the leading scorer for Inter Miami. I know Lionel Messi just did some crazy things last year, but with Messi feeding the ball to Berterame and how excited I know some people are around the organization for Germán Berterame, I think that he is going to be having a massive year. And I mentioned Lionel Messi being the leading goal scorer in the MLS last year, the back-to-back MLS MVP. I think this team is better than last year, folks, and I think we are in for a fun ride up in 2026. Once again, this is your Inter Miami Radio Network, your pregame show, as we lead you into our Herons facing off against LAFC in the LA Coliseum. We just got you your Inter Miami starting lineup. We'll get you that LAFC starting lineup and a couple of notes about both teams coming up on the other side. But folks, our pregame show is brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealers. We all know that feeling. A change of plans, a new opportunity. Instead of overthinking, what if you just said yes? With the all-new Audi Q3, the answer is easy, folks. It's made for the S-Life with the power and room to handle whatever pops up in your life. Yes to adventure, yes to right now, because saying yes without hesitation, that's real luxury. The all-new Audi Q3. Test drive that brand new Audi Q3 at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Made for yes. Made for the S-Life. That is Audi. Learn more at AudiUSA.com, AudiUSA.com. Taking our first time out on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
College basketball is heating up and the tournament is almost here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Stay cool and be ready before the madness hits.
Picture this: a curve in the road, a change in plans. Well, what do you say? With the all-new Audi Q3, the answer is always yes. Yes to adventure. Yes to escape. Yes to performance. Yes to comfort. Yes to right now. Because saying yes without hesitation, that's real luxury. The all-new Audi Q3, made for the yes life.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Laital, Reiter, Smith IBM Frontgraph ha representado con orgullo a los residentes del sur de la Florida desde 1985 y es patrocinador oficial de Inter Miami CF aquí en ESPN West Palm. Con abogados en todo el sur del estado, están listos para pelear por tus derechos y han recuperado billones de dólares para sus clientes. Y lo mejor, no pagas nada a menos que ganen tu caso. Si has sufrido una lesión, llama hoy al 561-867-4117 o visita foryourrights.com.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Jeff Bowden, Executive Principal and leader of Anshin's Tax Department.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act creates powerful new planning opportunities for high net worth individuals and business owners. The new tax legislation permanently increases the estate and gift tax exemption to $15 million per person, restores full expensing for domestic R&D costs, updates the Opportunity Zone and qualified small business stock provisions, and includes other changes that will impact businesses and individuals. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help clients understand the intricacies of the bill and develop a plan tailored to meet their goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner looking to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Experience the world's premier equestrian event right here in Wellington, Florida. The Winter Equestrian Festival brings together Olympic and world champion riders and horses from all around the globe for 13 weeks of elite international competition and unforgettable moments. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, high-energy show jumping, incredible atmosphere, and excitement under the lights. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit WellingtonInternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 1063. Now let's get to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
We got both teams walking to the circle. This one is about to get underway here at the LA Coliseum. Welcome on in, folks, to your Inter Miami radio network. I am Mike Rizzo. I will be on the call for Inter Miami all season long as we are underway here at the LA Coliseum. Inter Miami in their pink jerseys tonight. LAFC going with their black and gold trim. 4-3-3 for LAFC tonight. In the back at left back, you got Eddie Segura. Left center back, Ryan Portillas. Right center back, Kosi Tafari. And right back, Sergi Palencia. The midfielders for LAFC, Marco Delgado, Stefan Estacio, and then Timothy Tillman. Timothy Tillman, by the way, the brother of Malik Tillman, the United States men's national team player. And then up top, the dangerous Denny Buanga. Buanga was the second leading goal scorer in the MLS last season. Heung-min Son playing the center forward role tonight, and Davi Martinez. Inter Miami passing it around in their back right now. They're inching close to that midfield spot. We got Rodrigo DePaul now recycling to Yannick Bright. Near side touchline is Noah Allen. Noah Allen, by the way, playing left back tonight. Sergio Reguilon going to be the every game left back when healthy, but he sustained a grade 2 knee strain and will be unavailable tonight. Inter Miami now on LAFC's half, far side touchline, then recycles back to Falcone and the defense. Sergio Reguilon, by the way, former Manchester United, Red Devil, Tottenham Hotspur. Very, very fun transfer coming on in for Inter Miami. Looking forward to him getting a full bill of health. But once again, the starting lineup for Inter: Ian Frey, Maxi Falcone, Mikael, and Noah Allen. And that is the back line. And then the two defensive mids, Rodrigo DePaul, Yannick Bright. Midfielders, Silvetti, Messi, and Segovia. And then your striker, Herman Berterame. Inter Miami with a chance in the box. And it was a good save there by Hugo Lloris, the goalkeeper for LAFC. Obviously, Hugo Lloris, a former French national team goalkeeper, a former Premier League player. What a career he had in world football, and he is still doing great things at LAFC. Inter Miami with a nice chance there in the box. It was a good through ball. It was a good air through ball by Rodrigo DePaul, and Lionel Messi almost got his right foot on the end of it. 2:47, 2:48, and counting here in the first half. This is your Inter Miami radio network on the English side, ESPN 1063. Inter Miami finding their footing a bit. No Jordi Alba anymore, no Sergio Busquets anymore. Those two all-stars hanging up the boots after the championship. Rodrigo DePaul with a nice ball to Messi. Messi right outside of the box. He plays it in to Segovia, but LAFC able to get there and clear it away. Now won by Bright, given to DePaul. Here's Messi, made a move towards the box, ball in the air, and a shot, and blocked. What a block by LAFC as Rodrigo DePaul, face in hands. Cannot believe that one got blocked. Two good chances for Inter Miami early on. First one was, like I said, a nice little lob through ball by DePaul looking for Messi. And the second one was a left footer by DePaul, which got deflected by that back line of LAFC. Tafari will take the free kick. He sends it far side touchline. LAFC probing in their own half. Lionel Messi, the back-to-back MLS MVP. This game being played at the Coliseum to, quote, maximize the superstar matchup between Messi and Heung-min Son. Far side touchline could be trouble, and that one is kicked out of bounds. Inter Miami now with a throw. Ian Frey taking the throw. I'm assuming our Ian Frey is going to be the locked-in right back throughout the season. Available off the bench for Inter Miami tonight, Gonzalo Luan, Facundo Mura, David Ayala, Davi Ruiz, Santiago Morales, Tadeo Allende, Daniel Pinter, and the always dangerous Luis Suarez. Near side touchline is Noah Allen. Now Yannick Bright. Inter Miami probing in the defense. DePaul with space. Inching closer to that far side touchline and midfield. Now to Messi. In LAFC's side of the pitch now are the Herons. Silvetti nears far side touchline. Gets intercepted by Bouanga. And Heung-min Son is in. Son with a chance on goal. Dane St. Clair is beat. But Son gets it past the Bouanga and a shot on target blocked by Dane St. Clair. I think the Inter Miami defense, they were expecting an offsides here. Flag never came. Son timed up his run. St. Clair came out, dove, but Son never shot. He left it back for Bouanga, and Bouanga shot it right at Dane St. Clair. 3 good chances early on in this fixture. One just there by LA and Inter Miami. The other 2 for our Herons. Son will take the corner. Right side corner. And now referee Pierre-Luc Lozier not liking what he saw on that line in the box. Kosi Tafari, big body in there, trying to get a head on it for LAFC, but Son taking the corner, near side, right side. Son in the air, gets it in, and that one is headed right back to Son. Son in the box now, lays it up to Estacchio. Son now, near side touchline, cutting in. LAFC now will recycle to their defense, still on Inter Miami's side of the pitch. Far side touchline, across in by Tillman, and that one headed away by Allen, but still trouble in the box. Bouanga hits it right at Dane St. Clair. Dane St. Clair, the new keeper for Inter Miami this season, the goalkeeper of the year in the MLS last year. He came on over to Inter Miami on a free transfer. 7:20 and counting in the first half. 7 minutes gone by. Inching closer in the 8th minute. 2 chances so far in the game. 2 for our Herons. Lionel Messi almost getting his boot on the end of a Rodrigo de Paul pass. And then Heung-min Son in on goal. Never shot it, though. It was good by Inter Miami defense to track back. Ian Frey now. Far side touchline. Looking for Silvetti. Silvetti, hands in the air, falls to the ground. Was looking for a foul, didn't get one. Yannick Bright now center circle of midfield. 2 quality goalkeepers in this fixture tonight. Dane St. Clair for our Inter Miami Herons. I mentioned MLS Keeper of the Year last year, and then obviously Hugo Lloris and all of his kind of track record that speaks for himself. St. Clair now gets it to Falcone. Inter Miami probing the defense. Rodrigo de Paul looking at Falcone. Hands out. DePaul has it now. DePaul will play it back to St. Clair. A 4-2-3-1 for Inter Miami. I mentioned in the pregame, a 4-4-2 and a 4-3-3 are the tactical alignments that Gaffer Javier Mascherano went with in the preseason. Messi now, one-time pass to Silvetti. That one was right outside of LA's box. LA clears. The Herons are back on it. Midfield circle, near side touchline to Allen. Now Segovia. Segovia plays it back to DePaul. DePaul, nice pass to Messi. Messi right outside the box. Gets it to Berterame, and now LAFC will clear. Herman Berterame getting his first touch of the game. Once again, the $15 million transfer from Liga MX, the Monterrey side in Liga MX. 15 goals in MX play last year. Berterame going to be a problem for opposing defenses this year. Lloris now grasps the ball after almost through on goal, rather, was Bertarame, but Hugo comes off his lines. Picked it up. Son, good pass, far side touchline. LAFC inching closer to the penalty box. Buanga with a nice move, a step over, gets into the box. Another step over shot, and just like Buanga with a couple of nice skill moves there on Ian Frey. Had a step over on Maxi Falcone, a little hesitation, but that one was a whisker left as Dane St. Clair did a good job there playing near post. But Denny Buanga last season, second in goals scored in the MLS. And I was waiting on a signal, folks. That one will be a goal kick for our Herons, not a corner kick. 10:32, 10:33, first half. Our Inter Miami Herons at the LA Coliseum facing off against LAFC. The defending champs, Inter Miami. Yannick Bright now with a good pass to Bertarame. Bertarame back to Bright. Inter Miami now in LA on LAFC side of the pitch. Here is Messi, and he was looking for Silvetti in the box. That one intercepted. Now far side touchline, LAFC on the run. Here's Buanga cutting in. He's playing on his right winger, and to the ground he goes. Pierre-Luc Lozier blows his whistle. Going to be a good free kick spot for LAFC. Davi Ruiz got a nice ball from Buanga, and he went to ground. They're saying this is going to go against Noah Allen on a push in the back, and to be fair, bit of a shove there. And the 20-year-old Davi Martinez went to ground. Davi Martinez, the Venezuelan national player. Telasco Segovia, by the way, for our Herons, also Venezuelan as well. But LAFC, I talked to Dave Denholm, the lead play-by-play man for LAFC. They're excited for Davi Martinez, the young 20-year-old from Venezuela. Heung-min Son, ball underarm, talking to Denny Buanga on what they want to do here on this free kick. This is Son free kick territory, folks. Son in his career, specifically at Tottenham, has scored multiple free kicks from spots like this. And I'm telling you, folks, this is an inch from the penalty circle, an inch left of the penalty circle. Dane St. Clair, Inter Miami goalkeeper, came on over on a free transfer. MLS goalkeeper of the year last year, barking his orders at his line. 12:50 and counting in the first half. Probably the biggest chance of the game so far at this point. Son. Waiting. Now Son. Taking his time. Stutter step, approaches, and he passes it. Son gets it back, and that one a whisker right. Son originally passed it. Deflection literally right back to him. I'll take that, he says, and takes on a right footer. Was deflected there. Trying to see whose head got on it. It was actually a shoulder, we'll call it, by Ian Frey. LAFC players immediately wanted a handball. No, sir, never a handball. But it will be a corner kick for LAFC. Taking the near side, right side corner is Davi Martinez, the right winger. He plays Son short. Here comes Martinez, near side touchline, fires in some surface. That one back on over to Delgado. Now LAFC will recycle back to their defense. 14:07, 14:08, inching closer to the 14.5 mark here in the first half. 0-0, LAFC and Inter Miami. This is your Inter Miami radio network on ESPN 1063. Noah Allen will play it now back to Ian Frey. Inter Miami wins it back, and they're probing on their own defensive end. Once again, a 4-2-3. I've been seeing really Inter Miami stick to the tactical position with DePaul and Bright really playing back, showing support to the back line. Messi, a free roaming number 9, really going where the ball is at, and as he should. And let's not forget about Herman Berterame, who I think is going to have a really big year for our Herons this year. Striker for our Herons. Here's Martinez now, center circle. I think both teams trying to settle down a bit after those big chances by LA. Inter Miami had a couple early on as well with Messi and DePaul. Buwanga, far side touchline, wins a corner, believe it or not. Apologies, folks. I certainly thought that was going to be a goal kick and business as usual. But head referee Pierre-Luc Lozier pointed for a corner kick. This is a far side, left side corner. Heung-min Son will take it. Dane St. Clair barking orders at our Inter Miami defense. 15:44, 15:45, 0-0 LAFC and our Inter Miami Herons. Live at the LA Coliseum. Son approaches the corner. In swinger, that one headed out. Still trouble, but Inter Miami able to clear it out. Messi, far side touchline in Inter Miami territory. Now, that one won by LAFC. Turnover Herons. Here comes Davi Martinez, right outside of the right side of Inter Miami's box. Now recycled back to the midfield. In on goal and a sliding tackle, Maxi Falcone. No, you don't. The right back, Sergi Palencia, was in on goal, but what a tackle by Maxi Falcone, laying out, body on the line, clearing it out. Falcone was a knock right in the box starter every game last year for Herons, as it was a quick corner kick. And by the way, all corner kicks for Inter Miami brought to you by Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Been representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. That is foryourrights.com. Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath sponsor all of our corner kicks here on our Inter Miami radio network. But LAFC took it real short there really quickly. And I think it threw off the Herons a bit, but it was a good job there by Ian Frey to clear that on out. 17-23, 17-24, and counting. First half action. Your Inter Miami radio network, LAFC, and our Inter Miami Herons. Now, Pierre-Luc Lozier stopping play once again. I believe Yannick Bright had a cleat malfunction. He's trying to get that sorted out on the far side touchline with Inter Miami physios. Rodrigo DePaul and Timothy Tillman having a nice little conversation, to say the least. Rodrigo DePaul, obviously a world football superstar coming on over from Atletico Madrid mid-season last year, and was a big part on why Inter Miami was able to win the MLS Cup last season. Known as Messi's bodyguard. My OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, is my bodyguard. Appreciate Oscar for always keeping us over the air, making sure everything's going great. Kate Chumsland back at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. Yannick Bright, man, I'll tell you what, I think he's still figuring out how to tie that shoe. Coliseum is rocking. I am shocked, folks. Actually, I shouldn't be shocked. It's a Messi effect. Truly shocked at the turnout that we got here at the Coliseum tonight. Once again, LAFC plays at BMO Stadium. It's a beautiful facility. I got family out there in California, and they've been multiple times, but this one played at the Coliseum to maximize the superstar matchup of Lionel Messi and Heung-min Son. Now, I think more people are here for Lionel Messi, but I do love me some Heung-min Son, even though he was a Spur. 19-20. That was, we'll put that in the book, because that's going to be about 2 minutes of extra time. It took 2 minutes to get that cleat figured out. As our Herons now getting in the attacking third, winning the ball after the Dane St. Clair goal kick. Now Yannick Bright gets it in Inter Miami side of the pitch, and he'll recycle to St. Clair. Both teams finding their footing, I think, tactically. LAFC, I'd say in about the 8th minute, they had that big attack where Sun looked offsides, but wasn't called offsides, got in on goal. St. Clair came out, dove, but Sun never shot it. And it was good defense by Inter Miami. So that was probably I would say the second biggest chance of the game, because Sun ultimately had a free kick an inch outside of Inter Miami's box. But Inter Miami did a good chance, or Wall did a good chance of leaping on up and deflecting whatever Sun tried doing with that. Messi in about the 2nd minute was in on goal with a great pass from Rodrigo to Paul, but that's about it in the 20th minute. I'd say 2 big chances for LAFC and 1 for our Herons. Both teams still trying to find a way to keep it on the other team's side of the pitch. 2048, 2050, 0-0. Inter Miami and LAFC. Falcone will play it to Bright. Near side touchline right at the midfield stripe is going. Allen makes a move. Knocked to the ground, and now Pierre-Luc Lozier will blow his whistle. Advantage play. Play continued. To Paul, right in the middle of that midfield circle. Now go far side touchline to Ian Frey. Frey backs it to Paul. Falcone. Bright. To Allen. Miami now closing in on LAFC's box as that one now deflected near side touchline out of bounds. Noah Allen goes quick and plays it to the defense. Lionel Messi obviously playing tonight as he gets a great touch. Passes it to Bertolami, knocked to the ground. And good defense there. That was Sergi Palencia coming on over and clearing it out of Herman Bertolame's way. It's good D, no foul, no PK. But a great pass by the great one, Lionel Messi. I was saying Messi, he had that muscle strain to his left hamstring versus the Ecuadorian side Barcelona. Inter Miami postponed their final preseason game in Puerto Rico. And now Messi fit tonight to play. We saw the report yesterday that Messi was feeling better. St. Clair to Falcone. Inter Miami trying to probe onto their own defensive area. Here is Falcone, now won by LAFC. Far side touchline is Delgado. Falcone slides in, wins it to Paul, right in the middle of the Messi. Messi with space, inching closer to LAFC's box. He plays off to Frey, far side touchline. Frey plays the ball in the box. Berterame trying to get to the end of it, but a good job there by Hugo Lloris. 23-24, 23-25. 0-0, LAFC and Inter Miami. Herman Berterame, the new transfer for Inter Miami, starting to come on here in the first half. Son with a nice turn. He's got space. Heung-min Son on the run. He plays in Denny Bouanga. Bouanga trying to play back. So Bouanga's shot hits the left side of the post. That one going to be a goal kick. Son with a heck of a turn at midfield. He had acres of space. He played on Bouanga in the box. Bouanga tried laying back to Son. He ultimately ended up trying to go left foot near post. And he got the post, folks. Good defense there by Yannick Bright to track back Maxi Falcone, also in the vicinity. 24-17, 24-18, 0-0 LAFC and our Herons. We are live at the Coliseum here in LA. Davi Martinez now for LAFC will recycle to the defense. This is Palencia. Kosi Tafari now. And Pierre-Luc Lozier stops play. I believe on the ground is Ian Frey. Actually, that is Yannick Bright. Excuse me. He took a what looks like a couple of cleats to the foot. That could have been a card. I don't think they're going to look at it, folks, but I'll tell you what. Davi Martinez got foot there. 25-09, 25-10. Heung-Min Son and Yannick Bright having a nice laugh. Both shaking hands and going their separate ways. LAFC will play it off the free kick right to their defender, Kosi Tafari. Near side touchline, Martinez will play it back to Hugo Lloris, keeper for LAFC. 25-35, 25-36. Inter Miami now pressuring. The press is on and they win it. Yannick Bright gets it to DePaul, and now Pierre-Luc Lozier blows his whistle. Late whistle there. Rodrigo DePaul and Yannick Bright did not like the call. To be fair, it was late. On the replay, Bright did swipe that shin of Palencia, but God, that came late. Earlier, please. 26-07, 26-08. Free kick taken by LAFC. Won by Son. Son with space. Plays on Bouanga. Bouanga. Far side touchline in Inter Miami's box. And what a pass there by Bouanga. Looking for Martinez. Martinez almost got his right foot on the end of it. But that one rolls across that near side touchline. Going to be a throw in. It was a great left foot cross in. Noah Allen did not clear that one away. And Martinez almost got on the other end of it. LAFC now probing around the box. Son with a little one-time pass to Bouanga. That doesn't get through, and now Frey goes to ground. And head referee Pierre-Luc Lozier blows his whistle. Free kick, Inter Miami. We're in the 27th minute. 27th minute of the first half. Still 0-0 are Herons and LAFC. Javier Mascherano barking his orders to our Herons. Coach Mascherano in his first year winning the MLS Cup last year. Inter Miami also made the knockout stage in the FIFA Club World Cup, went to the Cup final in Leagues Cup, and the semifinal in CONCACAF Champions Cup. The last time these two teams played, Inter Miami defeated LAFC at home in the quarterfinal of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Messi to Bright. Inter Miami now deep in LAFC territory, inching closer to that box. Bright will play it back. Gearing towards the center pitch line is DePaul. Now Bright, center pitch. Bright, near side touchline, looking for Allen. He sails it out of bounds. Good idea, bad execution. Been impressed with Yannick Bright and his tracking back tonight. I'll tell you what. My OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, can agree. That place is packed. It is packed here at the LA Coliseum as Falcone goes to ground. Knocks that one out of bounds, stopping a dangerous Heung-Min Son pass. Palencia plays it back to Portillas. Now to Lloris. Inter Miami's got the press on here in the 28th minute. Tafari, far side touchline. Here's Delgado. Now LAFC on the attack. Tried going a little too soon. That one rolled out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in. Here's Tillman. Right at the midfield circle is Palencia. Back to Tillman. Now to Estacio. Little two-man, two-ball with Estacio and Tillman. Right dead center. Now a deep ball from Estacio into Son. And tracking that one back and escorting it out of bounds was the man that is everywhere tonight, Yannick Bright. 29-19, 29-20, and counting in the first half. 0-0. 0-0. LAFC and Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, no shots in the game yet, but Denny Buwanga, 5 shots on target. Falcone, inching closer to midfield. Far side touchline is Noah Allen. He gets dispossessed. On the run is LAFC. Ian Frey tracking back and winning the ball back. Inter Miami now gets into the middle of the pitch with Bright. We are a half hour in, 0-0 LAFC and our Herons. Allen plays it back to DePaul. DePaul with space. Great move. Plays it Segovia. Segovia backheel to Bertarame. Bertarame in the box was looking for Messi. And clearing that one out was Delgado. Little backheel by Bertarame went wrong. LAFC now on the run. And Son is in on goal. Heung-min Son. Step over. Good track back by Bright. As Son now trying to play Buwanga, gets it back. Pinballing. Now Inter Miami's on it. Now they're on the run. Is the counter on? Messi to Segovia. Segovia with acres of space. Nearing the penalty box. Segovia plays it in. But that one won by LAFC. He was looking for Bertarame, who almost intercepted a Hugo Lloris pass. End-to-end stuff in the 31st minute. 0-0. LAFC and Inter Miami as another deep through ball. Looking for Buwanga was Marco Delgado. Heung-min Son for the second time in the game in on goal. Didn't have the wheels he used to have. I think 22-year-old, 23-year-old Heung-min Son outruns Yannick Bright, but give Bright credit. So far, Inter Miami's best player in this first half, in my opinion, has been Yannick Bright. 31-36, 31-37, 0-0 LAFC and Inter Miami. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network. I'm Mike Rizzo. I'm on the call all season long for Inter Miami football. Ian Frey, far side touchline. That one deflected, winning a throw-in. Frey will take the throw-in quickly to Messi. Messi back to Frey. Frey, far side touchline, looking for Messi. And now Messi wins it. Messi's in the box. Pass into Bertarame. And that is deflected out of bounds. Ryan Portillas. Ryan Portillas with a good track back there. And deflecting Messi's pass, looking for Bertarame. This is going to be a far side, right side corner for Inter Miami. All Inter Miami corners are brought to you by Lotto Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Frauenrath. Representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Messi taking the corner, crosses it in, caught by Lloris. He's looking for Ian Frey on that back post. That back stick. 32-50. LAFC and Tillman. Near side touchline. He reverses and plays it back to the defenders. Portillas will play Segura. Now Buwanga, far side touchline. Back to Cozy Tafari. Inter Miami's press has been working. They slapped it on about 8 minutes ago. Now LAFC looks like they've breached the defense. Son, right outside the penalty arc, goes to the ground. And Pierre-Luc Lozier, the head referee, says play on. What? Now, Denny Martinez, good golly. Ian Frey, folks, with a shocking turnover. Denny Martinez, though, did everyone a favor and shot it right at the MLS 2025 Goalkeeper of the Year and new acquisition and transfer for Inter Miami, Dane St. Clair. Our Herons now in LAFC territory. Messi plays it to DePaul. That one intercepted. Now far side touchline is Eddie Segura. The Colombian plays it back to Hugo Lloris. Now Portillas. Press is working for Inter. The issue is when the press gets breached, as Martinez does just that. Denny Martinez with space. Plays on Son. Son right outside of the penalty arc. Gets it to Buwanga. Good job by Yannick Bright, as now that whistle is blown. Going to be a free kick for Inter Miami. Yannick Bright been everywhere this half. I also want to give credit to Mikael, the new transfer from Palmeiras. We remember, folks, Palmeiras, the team that showed up and showed out at that FIFA Club World Cup, played against our Inter Miami Herons, and Mikael on that team was teammates with Estavio, the exciting Brazilian over at Chelsea in England. 35-11, 35-12, 0-0 LAFC and Inter Miami. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
35-34, 35-35, and counting. 0-0 our Inter Miami Herons and LAFC in the first half. About 10 minutes before added time is announced, I am assuming there's at least going to be 3. Yannick Bright dealt with a cleat issue that lasted about 2 minutes, but I think the MVPs of this half so far, with about 9 to go, Mikael and Yannick Bright, those two have been everywhere defensively for Inter Miami. LAFC definitely more shots on goal, more opportunities. But our Herons finding their footing with this press. The press has been working since they slapped it on in about the 26th minute. And now Yannick Bright with a tackle. They say play on. Head referee Pierre-Luc Lozier said play on. And Malik Tillman, believe it or not, the midfielder almost got on the end of that for a chance on Dane St. Clair. 36-47, 36-48. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network. 0-0, our Herons and LAFC. LAFC now winning it back. Here is Son. Son has Deddy Martinez, and our goal! Martinez scores! And I believe is the flag up. He is not celebrating. Nope. That's going to stand, folks. Davi Martinez with a great pass by Heung-Min Son. And you felt that one coming. The 20-year-old from Venezuela. The Venezuelan opens up the scoring 1-0, 37th minute. Davi Martinez. First goal, obviously, of the MLS season for LAFC. LAFC did play an earlier fixture on the 17th, where they battered a Honduras side 6-1. Martinez scored in that, and now he has his first goal of the MLS long season. Son played him on. It was a one-time left footer. St. Clair never had a chance on it. It was a beautiful ball, beautiful run. And pumping his fist in glee is first-year manager Mark Dos Santos. You remember Steve Cherundolo, who won the 2022 MLS Cup. He stepped down and went back to Germany. And LAFC brought in the former Vancouver Whitecap coach and Canadian Mark Dos Santos. Now LAFC up 1-0. Martinez now. LAFC back on the ball in Inter Miami territory. This is Portillas. LAFC recycling back to the defensive line. Tafari. Far side touchline, LAFC. Yannick Bright now wins it, plays Messi. Messi with space. Messi stops play, and the penalty arc goes to ground. No call. Pierre-Luc Lozier says play on it. Mwanga's on the end of it. St. Clair's off his line. And that one far side touchline finally gets settled by Tillman. St. Clair back in position after leaving his line. Another big chance for LAFC. A no call for Messi, which turned into instant counterattack for LAFC. Bouanga almost got on the end of it. St. Clair left his line. And thankfully, Buanga was unable to get that foot at the end of it. Messi, right outside LAFC's penalty arc, went to ground, looking around, asking, where the hell is the call, ref? We do have an injured player on LAFC down. We're waiting on the physios to check out him. The 40th minute, LAFC opened up the scoring with a goal by Davi Martinez, the young 20-year-old Venezuelan, with a beautiful pass from Heung-min Son. LAFC definitely more shots on target, more possession, and have looked like the more dangerous team. But we know our Herons. Things can change in an instant when you have Lionel Messi. And it almost did there. But a no call by Pierre-Luc Lozier. Couple of substitutions warming up on the sideline. Keep in mind, Inter Miami on their bench, they have Luis Suarez. Obviously, his introduction goes without saying. Tadio Allende, who, believe it or not, Allende had 9 goals in the MLS postseason. Broke the record for most goals scored in a single MLS postseason run. So if Inter Miami wants to get some fresh legs out there at halftime, if Coach Mascherano wants to go full-on attack, he definitely has the personnel to do it with Allende and Suarez. On LAFC's bench tonight is Tyler Boyd. We've seen him come on a couple of times on our Inter Miami radio network in the 3 games we saw against LAFC, the 2 CONCACAF Champions Cup fixtures and then the MLS fixture. And Jacob Scheffelberg, the big-time signing for LAFC in the offseason, big-time transfer, he is unavailable for the game tonight. 42-01, 42-03. LAFC now throws it in after Steven Estacchio was able to get on his feet after the physios checked them out. Velasco Segovia, right at the midfield circle, plays DePaul. DePaul to Messi. Messi to Frey. Frey, the far side touchline, tried crossing it into Silvetti, and that one rolls out of bounds. Ian Frey will quickly throw it in. LAFC fans loud and proud right now after that opening goal in the 36th minute by Davi Martinez, starting to come alive a bit here at the LA Coliseum. And now Pierre-Luc Lozier blows his whistle and says, no, Yannick Bright, you went a little too quick. .43-06, 43-07, 1-0. LAFC on top of Inter Miami. Far side touchline Frey. He'll play it back to Falcone. Now to Bright. Here's Allen. Allen trying to play in Segovia. That one knocked out of bounds by Davi Martinez, the goal scorer. Inter Miami now with a throw-in on their near side touchline right outside the box as Noah Allen will play it back to Mikael. Mikael, once again, the new transfer on in from Palmeiras, the Brazilian side who made some noise at that FIFA Club World Cup, along with our Inter Miami Herons. Mikael has had a heck of a first half. I know Davi Martinez just got in the back of the net, but Yannick Bright and Mikael have, in my opinion, been the MVPs of the half. Near side touchline is Allen. Now back to Bright. Inter Miami probing in LAFC territory. Messi with space, middle of the pitch. Gets it to DePaul. DePaul to the penalty arc to Segovia. Segovia was looking for Messi. That one knocked around one by Inter Miami. Matteo Silvetti, far side touchline in LAFC territory. Inching closer to the box. Silvetti plays the ball in. Good job there by Kosi Tavari. As Falcone now Plays it back to St. Clair. Mikhail, 44-40, 44-41. Closing in on that added time, the allotted time from referee Pierre-Luc Lozier. 1-0 LAFC on top of our Herons. As Silvetti tried to do a one-timer back to Ian Frey on that far side touchline. Rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for LAFC. 7 minutes, 7 additional minutes of added time in this first half. All extra time and added time is brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Get on out to your local South Florida Audi dealer today and test drive that brand new Q3, or learn more at AudiUSA.com. That's AudiUSA.com. Folks, get on out to your local South Florida Audi dealer, test drive that brand new Q3. 2-man-2 ball at midfield. Stacchio, near side touchline to Palencia. Martinez now recycling to Tafari. Tafari will ball roll, lays it up to his defender, Ryan Portillas. Tafari gets it back, tries playing in the middle of the pitch, turnover. Inter Miami, near side touchline, now recycling to Mikhail in the defense. Once again, 7 minutes of extra time. You had the cleat malfunction for Inter Miami early on, and then you had Stefan Estacchio was on the ground for about 2.5 minutes. And then everything else added on to that. The goal, 7 minutes now. The more I talk about it, it makes a lot of sense as a foul on LAFC going to go against Denny Buwanga. No cards shown. But Ian Frey winning a free kick. Here is Noah Allen, near side touchline. This has been the play lately for the Herons as he finds Segovia. Segovia cutting in towards midfield, plays the wide open DePaul. DePaul with space. Far side touchline, Frey. Frey dribbling to the corner, right outside of the box, and goal kick. Frey trying to win a corner. Good defense by Eddie Segura. And a goal kick it will be for LAFC. 47-06, 47-07, 08, 2:10 into the 7 minutes of extra time. Seeing the replay here now on the goal from Davi Martinez. You got Denny Buwanga on the left, folks, and Davi Martinez on the right. That one was Davi Martinez with a nice left foot one-timer and a beautiful pass by Heung-Min Son in the 36th minute. It is 1-0 LAFC on top of Inter Miami. Now pushing and shoving, going to ground, and a card is shown to Maxi Falcone. Apologies, folks. Going to ground was Timothy Tillman, and Falcone now being showed a card here in the 47th minute. And it was a card. Falcone coming in hot on the back. Good hustle. But Maxi Falcone with the yellow. A booking in the 48th minute. Once again, 1-0 LAFC on top of Inter Miami. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network. Mike Rizzo here on the call for our Herons in LA. We're at the LA Coliseum, not BMO Stadium. We're at the LA Coliseum. Dare I say, a darn near sold out LA Coliseum with our Herons and Lionel Messi in town. Coach Mascherano barking his orders to our Herons.
Go on every time. Tell them.
48-42, 48-43. Messi now. LAFC winning it back, playing in their back of the defense. They're definitely okay with passing this ball around and going into halftime up 1-0 on the defending champs. Segovia header, that one out of bounds. LAFC will have the throw. 49-09, 49-10. 4 minutes into the allotted 7 of extra time. Silvetti making a run, trying to get behind that LAFC defense. But it was a good job there by Tafari. Cozy Tafari doing a good job closing out on Matteo Silvetti, who would have been in on goal Good pass there from Lionel Messi. Allen, near side touchline, 49-42, 49-43. Almost 5 minutes in to that allotted 7. All extra time brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Far side touchline is Frey. Bright presses on for LAFC. He'll play it back to Mikael. Mikael now making a run into LAFC territory. Acres of space for Mikael. He'll go near side touchline to Segovia. Segovia cuts in. Now to Bright. Bright misplayed it. Buwanga wins it. A header by Falcone. A one-time pass to Denny Buwanga. Buwanga now with space. Davi Martinez in that goal. Martinez! A whisker left. Almost carbon copy of his first goal. But the 20-year-old Venezuelan Davi Martinez unable to put it on target. It was a good pass by Denny Buwanga. Like I said, a whisker left. St. Clair diving attempt did not get to it. Our Herons now on the move in LAFC territory. Segovia gets it back to Bright, back to Messi. Here's DePaul. DePaul, center circle to Mikael. Crossing midfield is the Herons to Allen. Now Allen playing back, 51-19, 51-20. LAFC up 1-0. They have been the better team in this first half. Davi Martinez with a goal in the 36th minute and plenty of chances so far for LAFC. Our Herons winning it in LAFC territory. Segovia with space. He'll one-time it to Allen. Now back to Bright. DePaul makes a move. Far side touchline now, inching closer to the penalty arc is Frey. Back to Bright. Bright to Messi. Messi with space. Goes to the ground. No whistle. Messi gets it back. Leo Messi! A whisker left. What a chance for Leo right outside of the penalty arc. He went left foot finesse. Golly. Almost. A diving Hugo Lloris wouldn't even have mattered. That one breezing by the left side bar. 52-30, 52-31. Waiting on that whistle from head referee Pierre-Luc Lozier. He allotted 7 extra minutes, and he is still going to let this play. Here's Sun. Sun with space, ball roll, and now there's the whistle. Halftime is here. LAFC on top of our Inter Miami Herons, 1-0. A 36-minute goal by Davi Martinez, the 20-year-old Venezuelan for LAFC, opened up the scoring. The assist goes to Heung-Min Son. LAFC all over our Herons, but a whole nother half to figure it out for Inter Miami. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and when it comes to the NBA, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want it all. Sunday Hoops on ESPN Radio always delivers. It's the Nuggets and Warriors statement game energy. Coverage starts at 3 here on ESPN 106.3.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. To lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Hi, everyone. This is Tyler Hero.
This is Bam Adebayo.
This is Jaime Jaquez Jr.
This is Nikola Jovic.
It's Kasper Sigurdsson.
It's Norman Powell, and you're listening to ESPN 1063 and the ESPN South Florida app.
ESPN 1063 is your home for Miami Heat basketball.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
According to science, radio waves travel at the speed of light, which means Panthers goals reach you instantly. Beat that 5G, ESPN 1063.
Hey, ref, timeout, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With the free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
Picture this: a curve in the road, a change in plans. Well, what do you say? With the all-new Audi Q3, the answer's always yes. Yes to adventure. Yes to escape. Yes to performance. Yes to comfort. Yes to right now. Because saying yes without hesitation, that's real luxury. The all-new Audi Q3, made for the yes life.
Experience the brand new Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in 2026. Enjoy an elevated baseball experience with all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverages, a private bar with specialty cocktails, and a panoramic view of the field. Plus, ticket buyers for the Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club can meet Marlins and Cardinals legends every Saturday during spring training. Season tickets, mini plans, and single game tickets for the Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club are on sale now at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 1063. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Our Inter Miami Herons down 1-0 at the halfway point. LAFC has been the better team. Let's give them a little credit. They've been the better team up to this point. They are dominating shots. They are dominating shots on target. LAFC with 10 total shots, 3 on target, 3 big chances. Our Inter Miami Herons with 3 total shots, 1 shot on target, and no big chances. There's been 1 card given out in the fixture so far. It was the yellow card handed to Maxi Falcone, who went over the back of Timothy Tillman. And there were 7 minutes of extra time. A lot of stoppages, obviously, but I would say injuries as well. You had Estacio for LAFC, Stefan Estacio. He was on the ground for about 2 minutes. You had a boot malfunction for Inter Miami. So, a long extra time in that first half. But Davi Martinez, the 20-year-old Venezuelan, he has certainly been the story of the first half. Him, Heung-min Son, and Denny Buanga, for that matter. The 3 attackers for LAFC really have been all over the pitch. Son assisted on the Davi Martinez goal. Martinez had another. It was literally a carbon copy. It was a carbon copy chance for Davi Martinez in extra time. This time, though, it was a pass from Denny Buanga, and Martinez sailed that one a whisker to the left. Now, Kate Chumsland's back at the West Palm studios, and he has the goal call. Davi Martinez opening up the scoring 1-0. LAFC now winning it back. Here is Son. Son has Denny Martinez, and our goal! Martinez scores! And, it was a one-timer. Left foot boot, and he put it right in, man. Slotted that in. Dane St. Clair, new goalkeeper for Inter Miami, didn't necessarily have a chance at it. And a good job there by Davi Martinez in the first half. But listen, Inter Miami, plenty of quality on the bench if Coach Mascherano wants to go that route. Tadio Allende, who I mentioned, his 9 goals in the postseason last year broke the MLS record for a single player during an MLS run. He is on the bench. And let's not forget about Luis Suarez. Suarez, who was the every game, every match striker for Inter Miami for 2.5 years. He is available off the bench. But Herman Berterame, in his first start against, or rather for Inter Miami, remember he was the big-time transfer our Herons got in the transfer window. He had a couple of nice moments in that first half as well. But I'll tell you what, that attack of Denny Bouanga, Heung-min Son, and Davi Martinez, that was the storyline in the first half. A whole nother 45 and extra time to play coming up in the second half. Coach Mascherano right now talking it over with the guys in the locker room. Let's take our first time out of the halftime show. You're listening to your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Joseph Malloy, tax partner in Anshin's Construction Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, also known as the OBBBA, will have a significant impact on tax planning strategies. The bill restores and makes permanent 100% bonus depreciation for all eligible purchases made after January 19, 2025. This tax incentive will influence investments in additional machinery and equipment upgrades, providing an immediate tax deduction and helping contractors increase cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we strategically guide construction companies through the new tax law to help them develop the right strategy and enhance profitability. If you're a construction executive or owner looking to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. And when it comes to the NBA, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want it all. Sunday Hoops on ESPN Radio always delivers. It's the Nuggets and Warriors statement game energy. Coverage starts at 3 here on ESPN 106.3.
Mike Rizzo here. Moving soon? Trust the pros who move the pros. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage have you covered. They've been trusted by families, businesses, and they're now the official movers of the UFC. Call the world's only total relocation company.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
You are listening to ESPN 106.3.
The best athletes in the world will compete for the gold. But here in South Florida, you can get the gold. Plan, that is, from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDS Air Conditioning is a train comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. With the EDS Gold Plan, you get numerous benefits, including 2 yearly tune-ups to keep your AC unit world class. Make your family and your nation proud with the Gold Plan from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDSAirconditioning.com.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
We are live at the Coliseum. Our Inter Miami Herons down 1-0 to LAFC. Denny Bouanga with a good first half. I've been mentioning the 3 attackers for LAFC. Denny Bouanga, Heung-min Son, and Davi Martinez have been the story. Bouanga, 5 shots on target, a .85 XG, 29 touches. That heat map all over the place in the first half on that left side of the pitch. Lionel Messi, a couple of chances, a couple of big-time passes and shots. Messi had a chance in about the, I would say, 47th minute. Remember, 7 minutes of extra time in that first half. Messi in about the 57th minute sailed it just left of Hugo Lloris's right side bar. Messi, obviously, with that dangerous left foot, almost slotted that one in on the upper left corner, right side of Lloris. But 1-0 is that scoreline. Davi Martinez opening it up in the 36th minute. Gonzalo Luan, Facundo Mura, David Ayala, Davi Ruiz, Santiago Morales, Tadio Allende, Daniel Pinter, and Luis Suarez are the players available off the bench for Inter Miami. Sergio Reguilon, the new left back for Inter Miami, not available tonight. Grade 2 right knee sprain. He is out 2 to 6 weeks. No surgery needed, but he will be back in the lineup hopefully here soon for our Herons. And then obviously Messi on the pitch tonight. He was dealing with that muscle strain to that hamstring, but Messi on the pitch and hopefully going to be having a big second half here for our Herons. 1-0 that score. I'll get you guys action of the second half. When we return, let's take our second time out. Appreciate our great partners in Audi. Visit your local South Florida Audi dealer today. Go to AudiUSA.com to learn more. It's AudiUSA.com to learn more. You could also test drive that brand new Q3 e-tron. We're coming right back on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Experience the brand new Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in 2026. Enjoy an elevated baseball experience with all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverages, a private bar with specialty cocktails, and a panoramic view of the field. Plus, ticket buyers for the Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club can meet Marlins and Cardinals legends every Saturday during spring training. Season tickets, mini plans, and single game tickets for the Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club are on sale now at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
College basketball is heating up and the tournament is almost here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Stay cool and be ready before the madness hits.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here.
Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Here at the LA Coliseum, Heung-min Son standing over the ball, ready to get it going. And here we are, second half. Our Inter Miami Herons on top, or rather down, the LAFC 1-0. Facundo Mora subbing on for Ian Frey. So Ian Frey coming off of the pitch. Facundo Mora going to be playing right back here in the second half. That is the lone substitution for our Inter Miami Herons. LAFC still going with their original 11. As they now have it near side touchline. Buwanga tracking all the way back defensively. As now Inter Miami has their press on. Inter Miami started pressing in that first half, did a good job for about 10 minutes. And then things started to open up for Heung-min Son and LAFC as Davi Martinez opened up the scoring. If you're just joining us, 1-0 LAFC on top of our Herons. Second half just kicked away, 56:05 and counting. Davi Martinez with the goal assisted by Heung-min Son. Far side touchline, Segovia. Now to Bright. A sliding tackle in by Palencia. Bertarame goes to ground. No whistle off of Bertarame. You're going to be a throw-in for LAFC. It's a good first half by that LAFC attack. And now going to ground and a foul. Sergei Palencia grabbing that left shin of his. Head referee Pierre-Luc Lossier giving a free kick to LAFC. No card. Fair play and play on. First year gaffer Mark Dos Santos for LAFC. He coached Vancouver from 2018 to 2021. He was fist bumping after that Davi Martinez goal in the first half. Did some good things there for Vancouver in his 3 years that he was there. Now he has a big one in LAFC. LAFC now with space. That was Davi Martinez going to ground, trying to find Son in Inter Miami's penalty box. Segovia now. Far side touchline. Inter Miami now recycling their defense. Falcone with space. He crosses midfield and gets it to Mura near side touchline. Falcone now to Mikael, who had a great first half for Inter Miami. Mikael, far side touchline, Segovia. Segovia cuts in and finds DePaul. DePaul with space. Plays on Mura. Mura cross in and a block. Jenny Buwanga tracking back. Buwanga, 25 goals last year in the MLS, second behind Lionel Messi. I've touched on it already, but also important to note, Jacob Scheffelberg, the big-time off-season transfer from Nashville, unavailable for LAFC tonight. But Inter Miami, same 11 as that first half, other than Facundo Mura coming in for Ian Frey at right back. Inter Miami dominating possession early on, 48-50, 48-51. About 4 minutes played in the second half. LAFC up 1-0. Inter Miami probing. They'll play it back to Maxi Falcone, who gets it to DePaul. DePaul to Bright. Bright. A lot of space around him. Finds Noah Allen. Far side touchline. Now to Silvetti with a nice skilly. Silvetti crosses it into the box, but a good block by Davi Martinez. Messi now wins it. He tries finding Segovia. Messi one-timer over the bar. Messi was trying to find Segovia in the box. Deflected. One back by Messi. Messi one-timed it right when he got in the box and just over the top of Hugo Lloris's woodwork. Good effort. LAFC now. Near side touchline, inching closer to midfield. No substitutions for LAFC as Dane St. Clair left his lines. Davi Martinez was looking to get in behind. Almost was able to settle that, but Martinez able to clear that one out. Second time, St. Clair has left his line. So again, Dane St. Clair, the 2025 MLS Goalkeeper of the Year, is now the new goalkeeper of Inter Miami. Inter Miami had 81 goals in 2025, 13 more than the next team. Our Herons have put together plenty of second-half comebacks and masterclasses. This one, folks, is far from over in the 50th minute. 5 minutes gone by. LAFC still clinging on to that 1-0 lead. It's now Silvetti with a nice step over. Shot on target! And a save by Hugo Lloris. Not sure if that one was deflected or not. Let's take a look. And it was deflected. A wicked deflection, may I add. That one went off of Sergi Palencia, left back for LAFC. Lionel Messi now plays DePaul. DePaul plays Muro with space. The right back up, joining the attack. Tries to get some service in the middle. Rolled out of bounds. Rodrigo DePaul now will pass it on over to Mura. Mura throws it in. Falcone tracking back. Inter Miami to recycle to Mikael. 51-44, 51-45, 1-0 LAFC on top of Inter Miami. Silvetti, far side touchline. Good pass to Messi, who ends up with it. Now to Mura. Mura cuts in. That's a block. Good job there by Eddie Segura. But that was a 50-50 ball. DePaul was trying to find Messi, deflected, and Messi ended up with it. Messi tried playing on Mura. Found him. But Mura left boot. Was unable to make it happen. Tell you what, Mura playing an attacking winger tonight. Attacking wingback tonight for the 7 minutes that I've seen him on the pitch. Noah Allen playing up with the attack too is now Messi finds Mura! Diving block by Kosi Tafari. Tell you what, good stuff is happening on that right side, folks. Messi has been able to find the recently substituted Facundo Mora. And Mora, new transfer in for Inter Miami this offseason, wins a corner. Inter Miami corners are brought to you by Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Frauenrath. Have been serving injured people and their families for 30 years here in South Florida. Visit foryourrights.com. It's foryourrights.com. Our great partners at Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Frauenrath. Messi will take the corner. Near side, right side corner, left foot in, swinger, and Tafari able to clear it for now. Noah Allen tried to one-time it. Now he's beat. Here is Martinez, who holds up play, finds Estachio. He'll go far side touchline. Here's Buwanga with space. Buwanga now to the near side touchline. Tries playing it to the middle. He ends up winning it in the box. Buwanga! Is that a goal kick? And it is. So Buwanga got a long ball to that near side touchline. He cut in that Inter Miami penalty box. Tried making a couple of moves. Did a little too much. Strapitoki, as the Italians would say. That one rolled out of bounds for a goal kick. 54-02, 54-03-04, 1-0. LAFC on top of Inter Miami. Almost 10 minutes played in the second half. The recently substituted and new transfer, Facundo Moura, showing great signs of life for that Inter Miami attack. He has been up with the attack, even though he is playing that right back position. Messi is found multiple times cutting on in. Bad pass by Falcone, intercepted by Martinez. Mikael trying to recover, and he does. And a good job there by Segovia to help. Segovia now with space. He finds Silvetti, far side touchline. Here's Silvetti cutting it back in. Now to Yannick Bright to reset. Lionel Messi, midfield circle. Messi, nice move. Gets by a defender, goes to the ground, and a whistle. And a foul. That one going to go against Mark Delgado. Inter Miami goes quick. Pierre Luc-Lazier, the head referee, says, keep going. Now LAFC wins it. Fight for it. 50-50 ball. Yannick Bright plays it back to Dane St. Clair. 55-18, 55-19. 1-0 LAFC on top of our Inter Miami Herons. A battle of two of the best in the MLS. In my personal opinion, these are the two best teams in the MLS. The defending champs, Inter Miami, Lionel Messi, Herman Berterame, big-time signing from Liga MX. Rodrigo De Paul, Heung-Min Son on the LAFC side, Davi Martinez, Denny Bouanga. Saturday Night Football on ESPN 106.3, 55-51, 55-52. Inter Miami playing it back to their defense. Dane Martinez in trouble. Dane St. Clair, excuse me, as Martinez was closing in on him. But St. Clair able to avoid Martinez. And now a nice nifty pass. Noah Allen with space. He'll cut it back to the middle. DePaul, the Messi. Messi to Segovia. Segovia plays on Moura. Is he onside? He is. Plays it in the middle. Messi on the header. Met there by Estacio, who's on the ground. As now referee Pierre Luc-Lazier will stop play. Estacio, got to be careful when it's a head injury. He went to air. He was battling with Messi. And it looked like Messi got a little bit of his back head. But no foul. It'll be an Inter Miami throw-in on the far side touchline. Head referee Pierre Luc-Lazier just wanted to make sure Estacio was okay. Estacio, a new transfer for LAFC in the offseason. A couple of new faces in the lineups on both sides. Mikael, as I've mentioned a couple of times on the broadcast, our new center back for Inter Miami. Got him from Palmeiras, the Brazilian side. Part of that exciting Palmeiras team that played at the FIFA Club World Cup and played against our Herons. Featured a bunch of quality players, that Brazilian team. Far side touchline is Silvetti. Silvetti inching closer to the box. He's looked good on the ball tonight as Segovia almost played in a Herman Berterame. DePaul with space finds Berterame. Berterame, good job there winning it, but now he wins it back after turning it over. Messi to Segovia. Segovia back to Messi. Messi outside the penalty arc. Messi barrels the ground. No whistle. Messi rolling on the ground. Berterame! Whisker right. And now a foul on Inter Miami. I believe it's going against Segovia. Segovia not happy. Messi still on the ground. And I think it's a head injury. I'm going to see the replay here. Messi ran into a couple of LAFC defenders there. And Berterame almost, I'll tell you what, Berterame almost got a foot on that ball after the collision. So what happened was Messi, he went to ground, no foul, 50-50 ball. DePaul ends up with it. DePaul with a nice lob pass into the box to Bertarame. Bertarame almost got a right foot on it. Now he also almost whacked Ryan Portillas in the face, but Messi ran right into Portillas, and there's no foul. Coach Javier Mascherano not happy. He is hot on that sideline. 59-15, 59-16. Almost 15 minutes played in the second half. 1-0 LAFC on top of our Herons as another foul. This one's going to go against Denny Martinez on the goal kick from Hugo Lloris. Pierre-Luc Lossier, head referee, he has been busy in this second half. No cards shown yet. Keep in mind, the only card shown in the game is Maxi Falcone back in that 47-ish minute of extra time in the first half. Silvetti now toes a deep pass, deep swinging pass, a big switch pass. Now he finds DePaul. DePaul looking for Messi. Turnover. LAFC now with it. Inter Miami has dominated most of the ball in this second half. No foul on a Denny Bouanga who went to ground. Referee says play on. Like I said, Inter Miami has controlled most of the ball. Just haven't found that chance yet. They haven't unlocked that LAFC defense yet. You had Messi, who was a whisker to the left of Hugo Lloris's bar in the first half. It would have been a nice slotted upper corner finesse with that left foot. It just went outside of the bar. You had the Lionel Messi in the second minute, almost settled it from a good pass from Rodrigo to Paul. But other than that, folks, it's been LAFC with the chances. But as we know with our Herons, things can change quickly. Inter Miami, a very good second half team since Lionel Messi has joined. Another player going to ground for LAFC. I believe that is Estacio again. Actually, it's Palencia. Grabbing his back. Now the referee blows his whistle, says play on. 61-21, 61-22, 1-0 LAFC on top of Inter Miami. Our Herons will be taking on Orlando coming up next weekend. You can listen to that right here on your Inter Miami radio network. We will be live in Orlando for that fixture coming up. 2 road games to start for our Herons. The Florida Derby next Saturday, but the task at hand right now is LAFC and a foul called on Noah Allen. Davi Martinez tried winning a header. Allen was a little too touchy for the ref's liking. And a quick play on here by LAFC. LAFC in Inter Miami territory, inching closer to the penalty box. Now near side touchline. Not on the same page was Palencia and Delgado. Inter Miami now throw in. Quickly played by our Herons. Mikael now has it. Gets it to Bright. Right at midfield. Now to DePaul. DePaul to Messi. Near side touchline. Messi cuts in. Gets it back to DePaul. Now to Mikael. Mikael to Allen. Far side touchline. Tell you what, Inter Miami's left and right backs are playing up. They're playing up tonight. Attacking positions. You've seen Facundo Mora, who actually has a run on now. Is Messi going to play him? He does. Mora, right foot, cross service in! And oh, goodness! A header by Herman Bertarame almost goes in. Just right of that post. Good service, good ball. And I'll tell you what, Hugo Lloris was beat as well. A smidge, a whisker, whatever adjective you want to come up with. Almost a goal for Herman Bertarame. LAFC now trying to get out of their own half. The press was on for Inter. Our Herons now tracking back. Bertarame pressuring Portillas. 63-37, 63-38. 1-0 LAFC on top of our Herons. And it looks like Mark Dos Santos is going to be going to the bench here. We'll get you who's coming in just a second. Got players warming up for Inter Miami as well. The lone substitution in the game has been Facundo Mura subbing in for Ian Frey. And coming in at right back, Mura has made an immediate impact this half. Good service into Bertarame, almost a goal. Bertarame with an accurate header is just right of that bar. Just right. 64-14, 64-15. LAFC playing pitter-patter in their own half. They're fine with hanging on to the ball with this 1-0 lead. Estacchio to Sun. Sun now plays in Buanga, and Dane St. Clair is there. Good 2-man-2 ball on that right side with Palencia and Sun. Palencia was able to almost find Denny Buanga, who's set up by Son. And that was the first big chance of the second half for LAFC. Bright gives it back to DePaul, 65-04, 65-05, 1-0 LAFC on top of the Herons. We are live at the Coliseum on your Inter Miami Radio Network, streaming live on the ESPN West Palm FC YouTube page. Bright in LAFC territory now is Falcone, who's up with the attack. Now to Mura. Mura back to Falcone. This is a super attacking lineup right now for Inter Miami. And, as they should, they're down 1-0. The two defenders holding back are the center backs, Mikael and Falcone. But Mura, Allen, all up with the attack right now. Both fullbacks up with the attack. Messi gets it to Bright. Bright now to Mura. Near side touchline. 2-man-2 ball with Bright and Mura. Mura plays to Paul. One-timer to Bright. Bright finds Messi. Inching close to that penalty arc. He's dispossessed. A turnover. Martinez with a through ball to Buanga. Buanga stops it, cuts in. And a good job by Mikael to track back. And never a foul. Buanga looked in on goal. He beat Falcone. I'll tell you what, Mikael, our new transfer from Palmeiras, been the man of the match in my eyes for Inter Miami so far tonight. Mikael to Messi. Messi to Noah Allen. Allen, far side touchline, finds Silvetti. Silvetti back to Messi. Segovia. Silvetti right outside of the penalty box. Left side, far side touchline. Messi back to Segovia. Segovia to Messi. 50-50 ball. Won by LAFC. Falcone steps up. Big tackle. Inter Miami now with possession. Segovia. Far side touchline to Silvetti. 67-18 and counting. Silvetti services in Bertarame, blocked, and he goes to the ground. And a foul on Silvetti. Pierre-Luc Lozier stops play. Here's the chance again by Herman Bertarame. A header. Great service from the substitute, Facundo Mura. We have speaking of a substitute, we have a new substitution for LAFC. Coming off of the pitch is Davi Martinez, the goal scorer for LAFC, will be coming off. Coming on for LAFC is Matthew Chouineri. So Chouineri on, Martinez off, and then Tadio Allende coming on for Yannick Bright. So Coach Mascherano going with an attacking lineup, taking off a defensive midfielder in Yannick Bright, a box-to-box midfielder, and bringing on an inside forward in Tadio Allende. Allende immediately comes in and gets the ball at his foot. Near side touchline. Actually, he'll let that one roll out of bounds, and a throw-in is awarded. DePaul pressured. DePaul play it back to Falcone. Delgado was quick on Rodrigo DePaul. Far side touchline now is Noah Allen. 68-49, 68-50, 1-0 LAFC on top. DePaul crosses midfield. Good big switch past the far side touchline to Allen. Right outside the penalty box, Silvetti crosses it in. At 1-1 by LAFC. Allen pressuring the recently substituted Chioneri, or excuse me, that was Tillman. Remember, folks, Timothy Tillman, the brother of Malik Tillman, who's currently playing at Bayern Leverkusen and will be featured, in my opinion, in the United States men's national team this summer. Now a foul. This one's going against Mikael. A little too much pushing and shoving for the likes of Pierre-Luc Lozier, the head referee. 69-44, 69-45. Dangerous attack for this LAFC team. One of those key cogs, though, has been substituted off in Davi Martinez, the goal scorer. Had a chance at a brace earlier, too, sailed it left. Allende, middle of the pitch to Segovia. Now back to Allende. Well, 2-man 2-ball with Allende. Rather, 3-man 3-ball with Allende, Segovia, and DePaul. That's a throw-in, and Inter Miami will recycle to the defense. I mentioned Davi Martinez getting in, 36th minute, opening up the scoring. Inter Miami, our Herons, trying to find an answer. Segovia to DePaul. DePaul now. Nice pass to Mura. Near side touchline, inching closer to the penalty box. Rodrigo to Paul with good service in the middle. Messi! And that one not on target. Looked, I'll tell you what, that one looked better off his head than the actual outcome. But the referee is awarding our Herons a corner kick. All corner kicks presented by Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. They're going quick. Messi crosses it in, and that one deflected outside of the box, but won by DePaul. Our good friends at Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, folks, have been serving South Florida for 30 years. Visit foryourrights.com. It is foryourrights.com. Our great friends at Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, they got you covered. Buanga, big switch pass to Timothy Tillman. Far side touchline. That one deflected by Silvetti. Believe it'll be a LA throw, and it is. Now Silvetti gives the ball to Valencia. 71-37, 71-38, 1-0 LAFC on top. Tadio Allende subbed in for Yannick Bright. Facundo Mura, right back, subbed in for Ian Frey right out of the half. Coach Mascherano going with an attacking lineup. Here is Segovia being heckled by two defenders in Chioneri and Tillman. DePaul now after the throw-in. Advantage play for Inter Miami. DePaul was getting heckled by Estacio. Mikael. Far side touchline to Allen. Allen, service into the box, headed away by Portillas. Chioneri. Tillman now. Tillman with a big pass is Buanga in a goal. Buanga scores. I got to be honest, folks, that was some shocking goalkeeping by Dane St. Clair. Off his line for the third time tonight. Not the best game for the 2025 goalkeeper of the year, Dane St. Clair. Two different times before the third time he left his line and he got away with it. But St. Clair went up for the ball, punched air. Buanga headed it down, settled it, and was able to score. 73rd minute, LAFC up 2-0 after the Denny Buanga goal for LAFC. What a pass this was by Timothy Tillman. Right down Main Avenue. St. Clair, wow. Dane St. Clair is 25 yards off of his line, waiting for the ball, and Buanga heads it over. Folks, I thought he went up for that. He was standing stiff, like he was shocked when the ball came. I'll tell you what, Dane's a great goalkeeper. He is, but that's not going to be on the highlight reel. That was shocking goalkeeping, to say the least. 2-0, LAFC on top. Once again, we are live at the LA Coliseum. Match week number 1, game number 1 for our Inter Miami Herons. The defending champs, Inter Miami Herons. Messi plays DePaul. DePaul crosses it in. That one deflected by LAFC. Now Mikael has it. Plays it back to St. Clair. 74-38, 74-39. About 15 minutes left to go in this. Till extra time. Can't see. There have been stoppages. Who am I kidding? Probably going to get a significant time in extra time. But if Inter Miami, if our Herons want a chance to get back into this thing, we need a goal, and we need a goal fast. And there haven't been a lot of shots on target for our Herons tonight. Messi trying to find Bertarame, thwarted by LAFC. 50-50 ball won by DePaul. DePaul, a pass to Allende. Allende settles it. He is now right in the box. Crosses it in. It'll back stick. And Matteo Silvetti unable to get to the end of it. Good defending by Palencia. 75-28, 75-29. Segovia to Allen. Now back to Segovia. Messi fouled. That one going against the recently substituted Matthew Cianieri, the Canadian. LAFC fans on their feet. Got the drums, got the whole 9 yards, the flags. Good fan base here in LA. It's Messi now going to have an intriguing free kick. This is certainly Lionel Messi territory to bag a goal. And wow, do our Herons need it in the worst way, down 2-0. Not a lot of chances on target, not a lot of shots at all for our Herons in this game. It has been all LAFC. Bertarame came close. So he posts about 20 yards outside of the box, but he still might go for it. Deflected by LAFC now. Mikael. Back to Mura. 76-42, 76-43. LAFC on top 2-0. Davi Martinez and Denny Buwanga, the scorers for LAFC. DePaul to Mikael. Inter Miami probing out of their defense. Falcone far side touchline. LAFC pressing now. Sun harassing Allen, who's got to play it back to St. Clair. St. Clair now to Mikael. Press is still on for LA, and that one goes out of bounds to Paul and Mura, not on the same page. 77-27, 77-28. Going to be a throw-in for LAFC. Now Sun turns it over, won by Falcone. Good job there by the Inter Miami defense as Noah Allen missed an open cutting Silvetti, who then wins it and tries finding Herman Bertarame. Bertarame does a great job. Good hustle there, wins it, and now Messi on the run. Allende shot and right at Hugo Lloris is Tadio Allende. Great pass by Messi. It was a good job by Allende as well to settle that ball. He cut in like he's supposed to. Problem is he shot it left foot right at Hugo Lloris. Allende, a true inside forward, loves cutting in off the right with that big left boot. Sun with a beautiful pass to Buwanga. Buwanga now in the penalty box. Nifty move. Shot blocked. Good pass by Buwanga, finding Timothy Tillman. And that one was blocked by the Inter Miami defense. rolls out of bounds, far side touchline. 78-57, 78-58, 78-59, 2-0 LAFC on top of Inter Miami. The crowd has come alive. The crowd can sense it. Can Inter Miami change the momentum in the building with a goal? Messi, near side touchline, running with Moura. Now he plays Moura. Moura back to Messi. And a turnover. Buanga on the run. Buanga gets tripped up by Segovia. Segovia's working. And now we have a card on Telasco Segovia, who had choice words to Denny Buanga. I got to see a replay, folks. I don't know if that's for his verbal altercation or an actual foul. I believe it's for what he said to Denny Buanga. Yep, it's definitely for what he said. But we'll leave that for the players on the pitch. 80th minute. A booking in the 80th. Lionel Messi, I'll say this, he's looked good tonight. I know that he doesn't have a goal or an assist tonight, but he's moving well. And now Luis Suarez checking in for Matteo Silvetti. Suarez now coming on for the final 10-ish, maybe 15-ish minutes, subbing off the young Argentinian Matteo Silvetti. Silvetti, who was crucial in that MLS playoff run, which led to a trophy last year. Timothy Tillman now, right outside of Inter Miami's box. Heung-min Son plays in Buanga. Buanga turns it over. That is Moura now running for his life, and Buanga swats it out of bounds with his right boot. Going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. 81-14, 81-15, LAFC up 2-0. It has been all LAFC tonight, folks. Yet a big-time chance by Herman Berterame. And a chance earlier in the first half with Lionel Messi. But other than that, LAFC has been the dangerous team. Subbing in now for Timothy Tillman is Tyler Boyd. Tillman had that beautiful assist to Denny Buanga. Buanga had a run right down Main Street, and Tillman had about a 35, 40-yard pass on a dime. And granted, it was shocking goalkeeping by Dane St. Clair, but still a nice pass and a nice finish by Buanga. Messi, near side touchline to Moura. Moura recycled to the defense. Now Messi has it with space. Nice nifty move. Messi gets into Berterame. He goes to the ground. And ball won by LAFC. DePaul now wins it off of Chianeri. Allende, that ball off of Segura. A throw-in for the Herons. Now to DePaul. DePaul finds Segovia. Middle of the pitch in LAFC territory. Now far side touchline trying to find Allen, but that ball was won by Palencia, and I believe it's going to be a throw-in. Ball went out of bounds, a throw-in or a free kick. 82-55, 82-56, LAFC on top 2-0. 2-0. Goals by Davi Martinez and Denny Buanga. DePaul plays it to Moura. Moura to Suarez. Moura is in on goal, but a good job there by the LAFC defense to thwart that away. A last-ditch effort there by Palencia. Impressive. That rolls out of bounds. 83-35, going to be an LAFC throw-in. Son. Now behind Noah Allen, who lost track of the ball, and now Boyd has it with space. Boyd cuts in. Little too much, and he gets dispossessed. And a foul by Boyd. Segovia came back and helped out. Noah Allen originally beat. Did a good job getting back into position. And to be honest, folks, I don't know what Boyd was doing. He had 2 different passes in the middle of the pitch and decided to put his head down. We will take it. Messi to DePaul, and that one with a wicked deflection by Buanga ends up on the feet of Mura, who is behind the touchline. Inter Miami now. Middle of the pitch with Segovia. Mikael. Maxi Falcon. DePaul. DePaul with space. Middle of the pitch. One-time pass to Suarez, who was looking for Messi. And now a foul by Berterame. I'll give you this. Berterame might not have been on the score sheet so far tonight, but he has been working. $85.05, $85.06, $85.07. LAFC up 2-0. We're about 4 and change away from referee Pierre-Luc Lossier announcing extra time. I got to be honest, folks. With how our Herons offenses look tonight, I think they could play for another 30 and not get a goal. But as we know with Inter Miami, could change at a flip of a coin. Not over till it's over with this team. Segovia. To Mura, near side touchline. DePaul. Back to Mura. Mura inching closer to the box. Will he service in? He plays it back. Now Segovia, middle of the pitch. LAFC territory, inching closer to the box to DePaul. DePaul plays in Allende, who was looking for Segovia on a one-timer. Now Inter Miami needs to defend. They do. Won by Allende. Allende to DePaul. And let's do this song and dance again. 86-15, 86-17. Suarez in on goal to Allende. And a turnover again. Inter Miami getting real close to a chance. That final touch is missing. Buanga now, near side touchline, deep through ball. He's in. Pass to the middle. Deflected. He was looking for Sun. Now Sun in on goal. Sun ball rolls St. Clair. And is the brace on for Buanga? It is not. What a ball by Heung-min Son. Buanga didn't get all that, to say the least, man. He did not hit that well. Not well struck. Should have been a brace. But instead, it's only 2-0 still. Messi goes to ground. And no whistle from head referee Pierre-Luc Lossier. Messi still on the ground holding his face. 87-15, 87-16. 2-0. Now the referee blows his whistle and stops play. Coach Mascherano pleading for a foul. St. Clair came out, and I'll tell you what, Heung-min Son sent him for one with a ball roll, and it was beautifully passed to Buanga. Buanga, for some reason, went to ground. I think maybe he thought he had the slide, but the pass was on the dime, and it hit him in the knees because he slid. But here we are, 2-0, 87-56, 87-57. Heung-min Son coming off the pitch, and he's not happy. Son wanted to finish the game. Looked at Mark Dos Santos and said, me? Really? Not me. Gaffer, not me. Big fan of Heung-min Son. Was a fan of his at Tottenham. And certainly, since he's joined LAFC, they have been a different team. And he had a masterclass tonight with an assist. Could have been 2 assists. But Buanga, unable to get on the end of the most recent chance. Speaking of Buanga, he won it. And shocker, he's in on goal. But he sends it high. That was a heat check. Wrong sport. More of a basketball term. But that was a heat check. 88-52, 88-53. Tonight's attendance, by the way, at the LA Coliseum, 75,000. 75,000 here at the Coliseum. A great celebration of football tonight between our Herons and LAFC. And it's looking like LAFC going to be the winners of this one. 89-16, 89-17. We're waiting on extra time here. We'll find out in about 40 seconds. But I mentioned it, man. Games can change. Goals change games. But I think our Herons could play, once again, another 20 minutes, another 30 minutes. And I don't think they're scoring tonight. I think it's just one of those nights here at the Coliseum. A lot of new pieces. Busquets hanging up the boots. Alba hanging up the boots. I think a lot of the guys are still getting used to each other. Segovia. Near side touchline to DePaul. DePaul. To Falcone. Inter Miami recycling to the defense. 6 minutes of extra time. 6 minutes of extra time. Extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more or visit one of your dealers to test drive the brand new Q3 e-tron. That's the Q3 e-tron. Test drive it at your local South Florida Audi dealer, AudiUSA.com. They sponsor our extra time. 6 minutes. Allende in the box. Was looking for Bertarame. Bertarame was going forward. And Allende didn't necessarily give him the best service there. Foul. Falcone. Got to be careful. He's on a yellow. Might be a formality at this point, though, with 91 minutes already played. Davi Martinez scoring the first goal back in the 36th minute. And then Denny Buwanga in the 73rd. Once again, Dane St. Clair, fantastic goalkeeper. He won MLS Goalkeeper of the Year in 2025, but I think he'll even tell you after the game that he misplayed that Denny Buwanga goal. Allende wins it. Be a throw in for Inter Miami, near side touchline. 91-20, 91-21. 6 minutes of added time. We are a minute and a half into the extra time, and now a foul. Quickly played by Falcone. Mikael plays it to Segovia. Segovia to Messi. Leo. Deep through ball was looking for Allende, won by LAFC. Tafari now for LAFC. Big switch to Palencia. Palencia to Estacio. And LAFC completely content to pass it around the back for the rest of the game. Gianniri with space, inching closer to the Inter Miami box. Service in, ball on the ground, and finally cleared by Inter Miami. Good service there from that left side from Palencia. And now another foul. This time it's going against Herman Bertarame. 92-43, 92-44. 2-0 LAFC on top. Davi Martinez and Denny Buwanga, the goal scorers. Portillas. LAFC now still has it near side touchline to Buwanga. Buwanga inching closer to the penalty arc. Buwanga now with a move and a goal. Good service there by Denny Buwanga. And that is another goal for LAFC. Wow. I am shocked. This time, Nathan Ordaz, the young El Salvadorian, getting his chance, subbed on in the 88th minute and immediately scores a goal. 3-0. LAFC on top. Ordaz, the 22-year-old from El Salvador, making his mark. I'll tell you what, Denny Buwanga, beautiful foot skills. And great service in to the recently substituted Nathan Ordaz. Now it is over, folks. St. Clair not necessarily having the best night after seeing the replay. I'm a little surprised he wasn't able to get to that, but all keepers have these kind of nights. Rocco Rios Novo, goalkeeper for Inter Miami's playoff run last year, was available off the bench tonight. And then Oscar Ustari and Inter Miami agreed to a mutual breakup, to say it easily. Ustari's still a free agent, but Dane St. Clair, man, one of the bigger signings in the MLS this offseason. It was a free transfer. He is a hell of a goalkeeper, but tonight is not a game he's going to want to remember. Messi, near side touchline, cuts in. 95-12, 95-13. Inter Miami wants to hear that whistle. 3-0, LAFC going to be the victors in this one. Bura with a nice header. And now LAFC on the run again. Ayala gets to the end of it. Mikael doing a good job there of whacking it out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in. Mark Dos Santos, in his first game as gaffer for LAFC, will get a win. And the LAFC fans can sense it. A throw-in for LAFC, and that whistle could come, and it does. Final score, 3-0. Our Inter Miami Herons losing their first game of the season. Denny Buwanga, Tavi Martinez, and Nathan Ordaz, the goal scorers for LAFC. Denny Buwanga will walk away with the Lionel Messi jersey that I'm sure was played for rock, paper, scissors in the LAFC locker room before the match. And that'll do it. 75,000 at the LA Coliseum to come see Lionel Messi and Heung-min Son. LAFC, the victors, 3-0. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll do the postgame show. This is Inter Miami Football.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. To lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football, because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Picture this: a curve in the road, a change in plans. Well, what do you say? With the all-new Audi Q3, the answer's always yes. Yes to adventure. Yes to escape. Yes to performance. Yes to comfort. Yes to right now. Because saying yes without hesitation, that's real luxury. The all-new Audi Q3, made for the yes life.
Mike Rizzo here. Moving soon? Trust the pros who move the pros. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage have you covered. They've been trusted by families, businesses, and they're now the official movers of the UFC. Call the world's only total relocation company.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Hey, it's Tina. Okay, let's be real. When you need tires or a battery, you want someone you can actually trust, right? That's why I go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've been keeping South Florida moving for over 50 years, and they're still family owned. They've got all the big tire brands, plus batteries for pretty much everything. Their best price out the door guarantee means you know you're getting the best deal. So next time your car needs something, don't stress. Just go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire, slbt.com. Trust me, they've got you covered.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Kevin McHale, tax partner in Anshin's Real Estate Group.
Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, recent changes to the Opportunity Zone program include a rolling capital gains deferral period, updated basis step-up, and tax-free appreciation rules, new categories of qualifying funds, and revised criteria for the census tracts that qualify as Opportunity Zones. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help real estate professionals navigate through the new Qualified Opportunity Zone rules so their investments align with their goals of maximizing deferrals, minimizing capital gains, and ensuring compliance with the updated legislation. If you're launching a new fund or restructuring existing investments, let Anshin strategically guide you through these changes and deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Big time attacking performance by LAFC tonight. 3-0. Our Inter Miami Herons fall victim at the LA Coliseum to LAFC. Davi Martinez, Denny Buwanga, and Nathan Ordaz all with goals tonight. 15 total shots for LAFC. 6 on target. 6 big chances for LAFC. Our Inter Miami Herons, 12 shots, 3 on target, and only 1 big chance. Folks, this was, as I call it, this was one-way traffic tonight, but a couple of things. Number one, Inter Miami, a lot of new faces, a lot of new pieces. For the last 2.5 years, all right, Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba anchored that defense. A lot of missing, a lot of new pieces, a lot of missing pieces that Inter Miami has had for the last 2.5 years. I also think that Berterame, the new striker, Herman Berterame, I thought he had a good game. I did. He worked hard. He arguably should have had a header. That was just unlucky that did not slot in near post past Hugo Lloris. And I really, listen, I know the score was 3-0, but I think Mikael, the new defender from Palmeiras that Inter Miami got, I think he was quality. The MR won't the MR won't show you it. The match rating won't show you it. But I do think Mikael had a really decent game. Lionel Messi was moving good out there too. Messi obviously suffered that hamstring injury against Barcelona. And those are some of the positives. Moura as well, Facundo Moura. Now he got skinned by Denny Bouanga on the third goal. But other than that, he had a couple of good services into the box. He played a great attacking wingback tonight. But I also think that with the new pieces and everything going on for Inter Miami, it's going to take a little time. And Inter Miami falling victim 3-0 here in the Coliseum. Let's take our first time out of the postgame show. When we come back, we'll wrap things up on the Inter Miami Radio Network.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com, serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man! Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Experience the world's premier equestrian event right here in Wellington, Florida. The Winter Equestrian Festival brings together Olympic and world champion riders and horses from all around the globe for 13 weeks of elite international competition and unforgettable moments. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, high-energy show jumping, incredible atmosphere, and excitement under the lights. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit wellingtoninternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation. Serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Mike Rizzo here. Moving soon? Trust the pros who move the pros. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage have you covered. They've been trusted by families, businesses, and they're now the official movers of the UFC. Call the world's only total relocation company.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
The best athletes in the world will compete for the gold. But here in South Florida, you can get the gold. Plan, that is, from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. With the EDS Gold Plan, you get numerous benefits, including 2 yearly tune-ups to keep your AC unit world class. Make your family and your nation proud with the Gold Plan from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDSAirconditioning.com.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Final score tonight, 3-0 from the LA Coliseum. 75,000 live on site. And LAFC coming out victorious. Goals by Davi Martinez, Denny Buanga, and then Nathan Ordaz. Our Inter Miami Herons will be back in action next weekend at Orlando. So the Florida Derby coming up next weekend. I will be on the call for that one and for all of the games this season with our Inter Miami football team. Thank you to my OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, keeping me over the airwaves here in LA. My main man, Kay Chumslin, back at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach on the 1s and 2s. One of those games, folks. One of those games. A lot of new pieces. No Jordi Alba, no Sergio Busquets. I think Inter Miami's just fine. Do not sound the panic bells. Do not freak out. All right? Inter Miami will be just fine, and we'll catch up with you coming up next Saturday in Orlando. This has been the Inter Miami Radio Network.
Picture this. A curve in the road. A change in plans. Well, what do you say? With the all-new Audi Q3, the answer's always yes. Yes.